Hello, I'm Dr. Gareth Moore and I'm a puzzle and brain training author. But in this video, I'm not writing puzzles, I'm solving them, hopefully. These ones in particular, these are chocolate advent calendars. I mean, they're not made of chocolate, but they give you chocolate as you solve them. And by solve, I mean you have to solve puzzles to work out where the next door is. So this is the case of the missing cookies, and this is Santa's workshop. Now, if you are a regular viewer, you will know that I really struggled with these at the start of Advent, but that since we got to the most recent few days, I've been doing a bit better. Let's start with the case of the missing cookies, which is a large thing to fold out. But I'm happy that I have once again labelled where my previous day was, so that I don't have to search around for it for ages. No. Now, yesterday we revealed this little guy here, the elf who told us that he heard a sound identical to bells at about 10 PM. And then there's a symbol telling you where he is. There's a map at the start of the calendar. I've been marking the location of each of the elves on as I find them. And then there's a puzzle. It's quite hard to read. Let's tear it out and let's have a closer look. What does it say? It really is hard to read. A sound through the village. Who would have bells? Well, reindeer. Reindeer would have bells. And I notice also there is a pin. And we did have a pin on a previous day. That's not very neatly torn out, is it? So let's have a look and see if we can find some way to pin this on the calendar on the back. Because that's not the back. There are so many flaps. That's also not the back. It's like one of those puzzles that you had with I don't know what they call them, lucky folding things you have as a kid that open and close and you never seem to reveal the same surface twice. Right now, at the start of solving the calendar, I stuck this door here on this gap because it matched the outline. And then this also has a pin, like some of the other pictures on here that are pre-printed. Does this pin go somewhere? Looks like it might go here. This looks like, look, this is part of the chipboard background. So this doesn't quite exactly fit, does it? It's printed slightly too small. But that goes here. Now, what is the purpose of sticking this here? Does that achieve anything? Now, when I stuck it here on the first day, I think it was the first day, it achieved nothing. I mean, it achieved nothing for solving that day's puzzle. It may be useful in the future. You'd hope so, else what's the point of sticking them here? Anyway, I think we can be fairly clear that this little guy, the cliff, goes here. And what he's doing here, or what specifically this card is doing here, I don't know. But what confused me before is that I put the card here, and then putting it here had nothing to do with solving the puzzle. And yet, what was on the card was relevant to the day's puzzle. So I'm going to assume that what's on the card is relevant to today's puzzle, but that putting it here isn't. Maybe wrong. Anyway. A sound through the village. Who would have bells? Well, let's see who would have bells. Here, right at the start, there is a MOT certificate for Otto. Operated on by Otto? Okay, so this is not Otto. Otto performed the MOT on his reindeer. Do you have MOTs in every country of the world? In Britain, an MOT is when you have your car checked annually each year. It's a legal requirement. So this is like a joke on that. Obviously the reindeers have had their annual checkup. So it says here NE1410S 2-seater Norway birchwood. Oh, this is the certificate for the sleigh, not for the reindeer. Okay, that significantly changes my understanding of what I'm looking at. Powered by reindeer. Okay, I don't know what the picture's doing here. Are the pictures just pinned onto here? So that means then I was going to say that I think there's an elf called Otto. Since the clue is a sound through the village, who would have bells? I don't know where else to go. He has bells and is in the village, I guess. But this is the sleigh that was operated on by Otto. Let's have a look and find Otto. So maybe this will help. On here, there is an Otto at the top here. He's a mechanic. I think, probably, this is the solution to today. I don't know. Let's have a look. I've discovered actually if I press on the right, that actually helps a lot. Then I can open it more straightforwardly. I'm hoping to see a 7 here. Oh, okay. I did. I was not at all sure that it was as simple as finding something with bells on it and reading the name next to it. Well, that puzzle literally had bells on it. Well, I mean, not literally. There were no bells, I suppose. Anyway. Okay, where were we today? Oh, yes. Fold. So yesterday we revealed this is the solution to day 6, and it gives us our puzzle to find where the door for day 7 is, or the chocolate for day 7 is, I should say. This grumpy looking elf says, all this folding drives me up the wall. Just turn the flap and fold. Just turn the flap and fold. So this appears to be referring to the box or the calendar itself. Well, I'll tear this out like I have been doing the other days. This is the calendar. You can see it sort of matches the profile of that. Now, one thing I noticed on the first day when I was examining the calendar is that there was writing on the side. So if I take this and I fold it behind, and up the top here on the calendar, it appeared to say, I read this out on the first day, doodle what room or Google what room or something. So if I fold this over, does that help? Is there something hidden on here? Oh yeah, look, there's more writing on here. What if I fold that over a little and we try and read the two together? What does it say? Double warp room? No, I don't think that's double warp room. Let me just line each word up at a time. And that might be... There's no... Interestingly, so I think this is probably meant to say bubble wrap room. But there is no middle to my B's. Yeah, there is categorically no middle on those B's, is there? So it actually says O-U-O-O-L-E, but it also looks like it says warp here. But I think bubble wrap room is a more likely interpretation of this than... It could be double wrap, because there, oh no, it can't be a U because there is a top on this. So it can't be double wrap room or double warp room. I think we're going for bubble wrap room. So in which case, let's find a room with bubble wrap in. Oh, he says wrap. But there is no bubble wrap in that room. That looks like it might be bubble wrap. There's packaging. Let's just quickly run down the calendar to see if anyone else has bubble wrap in their room. Not where it says label or tie or glitter or wrap. That really could be bubble wrap there. I'll zoom in on it in a minute, but I think it does look like bubble wrap. Ribbons. No, I reckon this is bubble wrap. Let's have a closer look. Well, it could be, it's either bubble wrap or it is like fencing material. Let's assume it's bubble wrap because he's in the packaging room. So I think this is where our chocolate for day 7 is. My new technique of pushing here maybe doesn't work at the edge of the calendar. Well, it kind of worked. Yay, chocolate for day 7. There we go. So, both of those calendars are solved for today. Excellent. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please do join me in tomorrow's video when I shall solve, hopefully, the puzzles clued by what's inside each of those days today to reveal where the day 8 chocolate is. And feel free to check out the links that will appear at the top of this video towards the end, which will take you to my solves of the other advent calendar I'm solving this year and those I've solved in the past, and some other puzzle boxes I've solved too. Otherwise, all that remains for me to say is please subscribe if you haven't. If you're not a regular YouTube user, it's free. It just means it'll be easier to find videos in the future. And please like and comment on the video. It'd be great to know what you think. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing your future video. But until one of those videos, take care and goodbye.